So I want to share my experience having gone through this program and what it opened for me in terms of the dimensions of my thinking. So I have been working in these type of modalities, trying to work with couples. And what this course did for me was invite me to experience a new way of resolving conflict. And that was, can you just be present and be present enough to make all the sensations of all of the defense patterns that you have when somebody is judging you and make that okay. And that takes some special training. I am not good at that. Even though I'm teaching it, it's so hard when somebody's acting defensive around you not to take the defense. But what the course is inviting you to do is to be there with your partner and bring nothing, and just bring nothing and feel the horrifying sensation of the way that she is being in whatever mood she's being, and feel it and make it okay. So with luck, I was able to do this quite a few times, and I can see a massive difference in the uh, relationship, because part of what was keeping the judgment was that when she goes into judgment, she thinks I'm going to judge her. So now, in this kind of Jedi kung fu judo thing, by bringing nothing but allowing her to be where she is 50% of the time because stressful kids and everything, there was an empathy that began to open and surface slowly but surely in the relationship, so much that out of that, for the first time, we started to have a real emotional alchemy. And out of that emotional alchemy, she started taking ownership of her life so much that we saw a possibility for the first time of actually going and resolving this thing. And because of that hope, we created a couple vacation. Out of that, we came to Costa Rica. And now she's gone through some own self work, which seemed impossible for a woman that I have been hitting. As you know, I'm a life coach. And one of the problems with being a life coach is having coaching your wife, which your wife hates. Wives hate being coached because it seems it's judgment. But what ultimately happened is I shut my mouth and I just was able to be. The other thing, the number two thing, and I won't make this too long, but the number two thing that I think was really phenomenal about this is because I'm reading the neurological patterns in the hands. And so it opened up the fact that we all go into these sabotaging patterns, but we're not in it all the time. And when you're bringing an awareness of somebody's sabotaging pattern, and you're able to communicate to their higher mind, their sage, when they're in it, you're not reinforcing the control. You're not reinforcing the defense. You're not even mentioning it. You're mentioning the higher mind. And so that was a big thing that you had in an exercise that opened up the door again. And we believe, from what you have coached me about neuroplasticity, that we can change. We really can. And that's one of the things that's so hard for couples to believe, because they just have made their damned view of how their life is going to suck from this argument on. And you're opening up a very positive goodwill intention for a couple to transform if they understand how neuroplasticity works, which means you have to get more emotional. And nobody wants to get more emotional. But if you're making any anger wrong, you're suppressing the entire wave system. So how can you suppress a wave in the ocean? You have to suppress the whole thing, but you're also suppressing joy. You're repressing affinity. So what you're encouraging is to allow your partner to be emotional and not be judged, and not have her saboteur trying to control it or be in a defense. Make her anger, her shame, her guilt okay, and bring compassion to that. And out of that, you reduce it. You reduce the defense, and that's what causes these conflicts. And that can't be really taught academically. You have to kind of go through the program, and it's introduced. It was like, for me, it was painfully introduced, because I was like, come on, let's get to it, right? But I saw what you were doing, and you slowly I was like, okay, I'll take it, just do the exercise. And sure enough, it works. So if you're looking at this program, if you happen to be hearing this conversation, uh, check it out. If you haven't done any, if you've done emotional intelligence, you've done conflict resolution for crucial conversations, this is just a vital piece that is never really fully explained because they didn't really take a neurological view. And here, this work is coming with a very, very rich understanding from your own pain, and you're able to explain that pain in a way that makes a lot of sense to everybody, I think, that's going through it. So yeah, so anyway, thank you for my trip to Costa Rica. Thank you for being somebody who pushed me into this, because I felt like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it because I like you a lot. But then I started to see, wow, there's something very, very important. And I hope this course continues to go these frontiers. It's profound to be able to learn of the reaction of the blueprint and how you took it and where you took it. And now I'm taking notes going, okay, this is how you do it.